Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you can see it and purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. Today we are discussing one of the grandest evolutions of the 2009 model year, the arrival of a full strap-borne Vacheron Constantin Overseas Automatic in titanium and steel. This, nicknamed the Deep Stream during development and subsequently referred to as such on online fora, is a remarkably versatile, sophisticated, and beautiful watch rarely seen, available for roughly 1/3 of what people are currently paying for 5711s. So what does it have to offer? Quite a bit. On my 16cm circumference wrist, this Generation 2 Overseas Auto is a compact watch, not thick. It's only 9.9 millimeters thick, and that with a sloped case flank and bezel. In terms of diameter, it's 42.5, but it simply doesn't wear that large. It's nothing like a 42 millimeter offshore. Lug-to-lug, this is part of the reason, it's 50.8 millimeters rather than the 57 or 58 of an offshore on a bracelet and the 54 of an offshore on a strap. The timepiece is also borne on a wonderfully flexible strap that really does work with you, and it's not just the strap, it's the curvature of the case, as before the end of that 50.8 millimeter span lug-to-lug, the case is already working to arc down and around your wrist. The strap is a handsome piece. It features the same taper right down to the bevel that integrates with the flank of the case. So it says handsome and integrated as a bracelet. So you have that taper, you have that bevel, you have that all of a piece aesthetic, but you also have a strap that is simply more damage resistant, lighter on the wrist, more comfortable, and better suited for actual sporting wrist than most bracelets. On the underside, a tremendous amount of material has been evacuated to make it more supple and pliant, but also to vent the wrist on a hot day. Vacheron took no chances with the second generation Overseas. Not just a full double deployant stainless steel clasp, but there's actually a screw anchoring in the perforation of your sizing choice. Once you find your size, you anchor that in place. That's going nowhere. And it's a twin trigger release, so it can't simply pop open. You must actively disengage this clasp to open it up. Maltese cross motif externally, and we return to the case and we begin to see the Maltese cross motif again. As you can see, it in the form of the titanium bezel, and I must emphasize that is a titanium bezel. The differential of color between the case and the bezel is down to the different metal used, as well as differential finish. The case is a beautiful piece, extensively hand finished, though not quite as extensively as a Royal Oak or a Nautilus. I'll admit that was one area where the price consideration was taken into account. Nevertheless, what you do see, the polish, the satin, and that transitional bevel between the hoods and the flank of the lug, all of that was laid down by hand, by eye, by feel. The timepiece is also artisanally crafted about its bezel. As you can see, the handsome satin finish of the bezel contrasts nicely with that of the case, as well as the satin finished radial sunburst of the dial itself. There's a Rayhaut or sloped 60-second chapter ring that unites the bezel with the dial, and the dial is bright, lustrous, luminous, and highly reactive, as the sunburst does all kinds of interesting things with light as you move it. Even in the soft light of my light box, it's simply jumping off the page. Now, you'll also note that the crown guard structure is minimal. There's plenty of protection against shearing, and you can see how the Maltese cross motif, that symbol again, crown is nicely nestled into the crown guard rather than flaring out with giant horns. Elegant. Now, the dial base also features beautiful balance, as you have quarter Arabics all in white gold, applique white gold indices, you have smoked white gold hands at center, and I've proposed this watch as a Nautilus alternative. I'm going to make my case. You can't do that with a Nautilus. Stop seconds. It also features a quick set date, so you can rapidly cycle the date should it run down or encounter an irregular length month. You have that functionality. And the watch, with a screw down crown and a screwed in case back, has 150 meters of water resistance. If you want to top that with another big 3 high horology product, you're going to have to go straight for a Royal Oak diver. A Nautilus, Aquanaut, and Royal Oak offshore will not be enough. The image of the Italian naval training vessel Amerigo Vespucci, quite beautiful. And I can also add that the beauty of this one is more than skin deep, as underneath the timepiece features a soft iron inner cage that protects it to 25,000 ampere per meter of magnetic flux density, so you have a great deal of anti-magnetism. Remember, the definition of an anti-magnetic watch is 4,800 ampere per meter, 150 meter water resistance, and all of this based on a Jaeger-LeCoultre automatic. It does business as the Vacheron Constantin caliber 1126, automatic winding, 38-hour power reserve, 36 joules, adjusted in 5 positions, Free sprung balance with a laser welded hairspring at both ends, the stud and the collet. The two features giving the watch immense shock resistance as well as the ability to take and hold a precise regulation. 28,800 vibration per hour beat rate with a smooth unidirectional winding system that is borne on ceramic rotor bearings for exceptional efficiency at winding. It's a true high horology sports watch caliber in there. The timepiece is thin, glorious, luminous, and lustrous, day or night. Get ready for the loom shot, but if you already know that this one's for you, you can head on over to the watch box and make it yours. Vacheron Constantin Overseas Automatic 47040. See it and make it yours on our website.